Gemini single friends, welcome. It's Tarot My Love. I'm David, using the Gilded Tarot Royale in case there's any doubt. And now looking for my super single, totally single, completely single Gemini friends here. Do this singles read, which I hope is a little bit different. So we're going to go out and try to find your person here. Look for the one who's right for you. We're asking the tarot cards, we're asking Spirit to guide us. Here we don't want the one that's the next ex problem, next ex-wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. We want the one that's right. And try to get to know them a little bit. Like, think of it as we're circling the airport here. And we're bringing them down to land because you're opening up a space here in your life to meet them here. And we're going to look at their emotional side. I'm going to go with the Nine of Swords and the Page of Cups and their intellectual nature, the Five of Wands, and the High Priestess. And we'll also look at their sexual love nature and their core values and lifestyle here. I call it the four pillars of a relationship. And right now, let me stop and just look at this, because this is the sun and the moon. The emotional aspect here is the moon. Sun energy more here in the intellect, and the Mercury energy. This is the consciousness and the unconsciousness. Page of Cups in the position of the deep unconscious under the Nine of Swords. Shows a troublesome childhood that was difficult for them. They might have some kind of learning disabilities. They may have difficulty early. They may have been challenged in terms of speech issues. We may talk about that. They may have had like siblings and stuff that challenged them. Could have been a lost child, like a middle child, something like that, in the shuffle. But with the Page of Cups, they keep about them a real innocence and a sincerity, emotional sincerity. So there should never be any doubt of how sincere they are, and probably very sweet, person. Because this is the stuff that they dealt with in the past. I think they're particularly loving and sweet. Like, you'll really notice it when you meet them. There'll be like a sweetness about them, probably even in their voice, with also the High Priestess here next to it. A kind of softness in their voice, not very loud. Kind of emotionally caring way about them. With the High Priestess too, they could be an empath. It's in the bottom position in the intellect. But they're not like an empath. And you have the Nine of Swords up there, and then you have the Five of Wands. So they're not someone who can't defend themselves. Let's put it that way, mentally. But when they do, they go deep in their mind. They're probably, they could be, this could be psychic ability, empathic ability, and stuff with the High Priestess here. But they're not like a new age person that's totally sweetness and love. They could make a fist too, so I don't think they're afraid to, they're not afraid of confrontation. They're not afraid to speak out. And I think when they do speak, it comes from, though, a very feeling-oriented place, a very centered place, a very intuitive place, heart-felt space. So when they do speak forcefully, most likely it's going to be they're defending someone else. You know what I mean? I got Pisces here, energy, kind of Pisces Moon. Maybe a Pisces Sun energy going on. But like, they would really come to life defending others, particularly maybe defending others' speech. There's some with the Nine of Swords, like they weren't allowed to say what they really felt, or they weren't allowed to be themselves, or they weren't allowed to kind of maybe express themselves, or express like their true nature or something. So they're maybe especially sensitive to that. And I think they would just be more likely to raise their voice in defense of you or their loved ones than they would for themselves. And they're just highly intuitive. When you talk to them, I mean, they would put things together very quickly after talking to you, and after talking to you for an hour, say on a date or two, they would go away with a real deep sense of you, I think. I mean, you here being anyone, but you being you, they'll know that you're soulmates. I think they're going to have that kind of a sensitivity about them. Um, I don't necessarily want to say they could. They're not. They could manifest. You know, the high priestess there. Um, kind of underpinning what how they interact and think and feel, and also in terms of feelings. Pretty much, I think they would be sweet, just and generous in their thoughts about others. Like they're not going to talk bad about people. They're not going to really think bad about people. And insofar as they do, it's if they feel that people are rude and aggressive, they don't like that, and are selfish or insensitive, and particularly if they see other people being hurt, I think they really react to that. Now this is in terms of love and sex here. We got the Star card, and we got the Hanging Man here. And okay, this is the core values, the world. Also, core values and what I call lifestyle energy, King of Wands. So Aquarius energy with the Star, and what did I say? Pisces, and with the Hanging Man, it's kind of Pisces too. So they could have a Pisces Mars and Aquarius Venus. That would totally work. I'd look for a yeah, Pisces Mars and Aquarius Venus. So it's a very sensitive position in love too. Again, they had to have a really good sense of you. I mean, if anyone was going to connect with you psychically, and finish your sentences and have the same dreams and all of that kind of stuff that goes on, you see a lot in Neptune energy and synastry, would be this person too. I think though in terms of sex they are submissive, pretty submissive. Like they really want, that's a Pisces Mars anyway. They want you to take the lead too. Um, um, and with an Aquarius Venus, very kind of open, sort of loving, very accepting, non-judgmental in the way they love. They don't wouldn't love with a lot of attachment. They have a little conflict between their Mars and their Moon with their Venus energy, because their Mars energy and their Moon, the way they want to take actions, the way their will is bent, their sexuality, their deep unconscious, a large part of their mind is in this Piscean energy of receptivity, divine feminine energy, empathic energy, receptive energy. Um, um, and then the Aries, meaning the Aquarius Venus, has some detachment and brings in a lot bigger picture to it. That's definitely the energy between the High Priestess here and the Star card could be manifesting, you know. Um, they want this, they probably want like a love, perfect love, that kind of thing. In terms of lifestyle and core values, they probably have money, this person, wealth, I think. They're well-to-do, and they're extremely confident. And with this King of Wands, and this deck is like, hello, is that intense, you know? Now, and under the world, guys, I mean, this person may deal in international business somehow, international marketing, retail, import, export type of business, international shipping comes to mind. There's someone that might run their own company. They definitely, they want things their way. They're very dominant and very strong. If they're a Pisces sun, and they may be not, maybe they're an Aries sun. You could have these positions be Aries, because there's someone that can damn well bring it, man. It's like you know, this is your person. It's not a problem here. But I tell you before, be they sensitive as they may be a healer, empath, you know, they can make a fist. They're not one to let people roll all over them, and they probably reach some level of accomplishment. So they're probably like known for something, or they have some level of physical comfort. And I think they would be heavily involved in whatever they do in directive, and so that would be a big part of their life. And they'd be very passionate and put a lot of energy in what they do. Probably why they're successful. It's like they really put a lot of passion and energy. And it could be too that Aquarian energy, whatever they're doing, it's going to be something that they're literally passionate about. They're not just doing anything just to make a buck, you know. They have a passionate purpose and a dynamic purpose and fire that burns in them for something. And they'll tell you about that, whatever it is. My suspicion is it's going to be something that's big. It has to do with helping the world. Could be a product, but it could be something that they see as really helpful in this kind of a Aquarian way about it, you know, of helping the collective. You know, they might be very concerned about the collective. You know, and everything from recycling to uh, being very careful about how they approach the environment and their concerns and everything like that, and active in it too with the King of Wands. It's something like that that they might be doing here. Geminis, I think your person. Maybe they run a recycling company, something like that. But thank you guys. Give me a like. I appreciate it. I hope that helps you nail down your person a little bit for June 2021.